Ladies with class and shit, six ass. If you wanna break it off quick fast and left class. Can't make things on the dance the right way. Let's get the party started on dance the right way. Put the difference at the hip, turn like sideways. Sip a little champagne into the hideaway. Got the V12 on outside to drop the ride. Put over exhale for a ride. Caress his thighs only if you want me to. Gotta ask permission. So I ain't trying to be in no paparazzi position. My love for my niggas that try to drop the chain. Like to go niggas and lie to get paid. Get here together like sugar and lemonade. My love for the dance floor. This is the renegade.
What's up? Boss lady in the house. Lisa Frazier, what's happening, Lisa? I know I came in a little bit early. Get those likes up, y'all. Hit the likes. Hit those likes. Dolores, what's up, Dolores? What is up, Dolores? Hold on, let me adjust this screen a little bit. Dolores, what's up, you guys? Son in the house. Let me just, Shazmay, hi. Let me adjust my screen a little bit, y'all. And y'all, I know y'all probably wondering why I got the crystal right there. You're probably like, why Stone got the crystal right here next to him? Well, this is a quartz crystal. It helps with radiation. Like if you got computers around you, we're going to let a few more people come in before we get started, you guys. Share the live, hit the hearts, hit the likes. Make sure you come in hitting the likes, y'all.
For the steppers, put your hands up in the air.
What's up, Big Dice Chronicles in the house? Great afternoon. Lisa, what's up, Lisa?
See, I got more than love, baby. This from A to Z. So I open up my eyes, I see clearly. This is nothing but the truth. Love, it just takes you. So you and I can make our future history. So, girl, baby, I show you love. I like the way you seem to know what's on my mind, baby. See, I know my love for you so, and you see the you'll be on the floor all night, baby.
We're gonna let a few more people get in here before I get started. Can y'all hear me? Can you guys hear me? Well, let me make sure before I get started. You guys can hear me? We're gonna still let a few more people get in here before we get started. The Big Dice Chronicle said, great minds think alike. I did something on this subject, but they are saying it was so much foul play I know. Well, if you remember Big Dice Chronicles, I talked about Malcolm right when he passed away. If you go back and watch my videos, I talked about him right when he passed away. And because I met Malcolm more than maybe a dozen times. And he was an incredible musician at different events in Hollywood. Share the live, you guys. We're going to let a few more people come in here before we go in on this. Big Dice Chronicle said, great afternoon, great people in the chat. Share the live, y'all.
See, I know my love for you so, and I can't wait to get you on tonight. Love is all that matters, baby. It's our night. Let the rhythm take the magic stick tonight. Toasted by the light.
Hey, listen. That's what great music does. Let's get into it, y'all. Why there were no lifeguards on duty when Malcolm-Jamal Warner drowned at the Costa Rica beach. Listen, I might bring you up, the Big Dice Chronicles. You want to come up on live? Let me know. I'll send you the link, family. You want to come up on live? We're gonna get into this. I'm gonna bring certain people up on the live. Hold on. I'm going to bring certain people up on the live. We're gonna do one at a time though, because I'm not on StreamYard. So when I do it one person at a time, okay? Once again, I'm not on StreamYard, so we're gonna do the way we're gonna do. Let me tilt this a little bit. I'm gonna try to tilt my camera a little bit, just a little bit. That's a little bit better. So look, you guys, here's the thing. This Malcolm-Jamal Warner thing has turned into a mystery. It's turned into a debate of who, what, why, where. Does it seem suspicious to me? It absolutely does. I mean, you know, I don't know, man. Just some things seem weird to me, some don't. But as time goes, the truth will present itself. Now, I've heard some crazy theories that make me go, man, come on now. Could it be just one of those coincidental accidents? Could it be? What's up, Bridget? Dice Chronicles, let me know if you want to come up. Anybody that want to come up, let me know. I mean, it's just, you know, I'll get you guys' opinion on it and let you come live with me and get your opinion. So any of you that want to come on the live with me, let me know. I have the link and I can share that link. Okay? Let me know, please. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes when you're mourning the loss of somebody you really, really love, it can be devastating. Just because you didn't know them doesn't mean you're not mourning the loss. Fans do mourn the loss just as well as family members. Love and light to the memory of Malcolm and condolences to his family. People are trying to tie his wife into this and other scenarios. And I don't know, is that a fair thing to do? Is there enough evidence for anybody to tie anybody into this? Or was it just a freak accident? Carmen Brown said, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Stone. What's up, Dolores? Dolores is in here, y'all. Hi, Dolores. Also, before we get deep into it, I want some people to know also, once a month, I am going to do what I call cleanup. Y'all know, like spring cleaning, I'm going to go through my YouTube and go through comments and people that I feel like are at other channels doing crazy stuff, channels that might have been negative towards me. I don't care if they're not speaking negative of me now. If they've spoken negative of me in the past and I feel like a person's on my channel is still rocking with a channel that has been negative towards me and they still every once in a while mention my name, I will be blocking you from my channel. I'm just preparing you. So if you look up one day you don't have access to my channel, then you know why. That's called spring cleaning. I'm going to do spring cleaning, but not in spring. I'm going to do it once a month or maybe even once a week. So let's get into it. So listen, you guys. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, it's been a huge hit on the entertainment industry, not just the entertainment industry with film and TV, but also music. He was an incredible musician, Grammy-nominated musician. He was incredible on the bass, man. Not only that, he had an incredible personality. If you ever met him, you would know what I'm saying. If you never met him, you know just by watching him on camera. Fortunately, I had the honor to meet him more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. And he was always the same guy. He always took the time to stop and talk to you. He always took the time to give inspiration or have something inspiring to say. Always. The dude was the coolest dude that you would not expect him to be that way. He stopped, talked to you, have a conversation. He was not Hollywood. Me being around Hollywood, I cannot stand people that are Hollywood. Big Dice Chronicle said the bad energy is not welcome. Inshallah. Exactly. We're not on here with the bad energy, y'all. Whoever's coming in here with negative energy, please. I'm warning you now. I'm warning you now. Don't do it. The Big Dice Chronicles. Yeah, right when he passed away, I did the live on him. And I said I was going to come back and do it. But since then, boy, I've seen so many crazy scenarios about it. the Big Dice, let me know if you want to come live. I'll send you the link. I'd like for you to come live with me, and let's go back and forth with our theories, if you don't mind, about what we think about this. I don't think, now this is my opinion. Bridget, thank you. Bridget said the Stoner family is love. We're all about love here, y'all. Don't come up in my live with the bullshit. Whoever's coming up in there with the bullshit. We missed the Troll Tuesdays this past Tuesday. I was so tired, I didn't go live on Tuesday. But trust, believe, next week we start the Troll Tuesdays, where I'll give you the opportunity to come on here and have fun as a troll. But today ain't that day. Okay, the Big Dice, I'm going to send you the link right now. Send you the link. Click that link, and you'll come in live with me, family. Hello, Chef Banner's in the house. It's always good to see Chef Banner in here. There's the link, the Big Dice Chronicles. Click it in, family, and come on in here with me. I think it's still active. It should be. I don't think it ends. As long as I'm on the live, it still works. So that's it right there. I'm waiting on you, family. I'm going to bring the Big Dice Chronicles in here, and we're going to go back and forth on this scenario with the Malcolm-Jamal Warner. I'm going to get his thoughts and get the Big Dice Chronicles thoughts, and we're going to see back and forth as men, as black men, and as people in the entertainment industry, what our thoughts are about what we think has really happened. And then I'm going to get into the story I'm going to read. As soon as wait for you to come up, family. But in the meantime, I am going to read while I'm waiting on you to come up, Big Dice Chronicles. Once again, repost that link, Mystique, so the Big Dice Chronicles can see it, because it might be moving too fast for him to see it. Repost it again so he can click that link. And in the meantime, I'm going to get into reading, you guys. Okay, let's get into reading this. Here it is. While I'm waiting for the Big Dice Chronicles to come in, why were there no lifeguards? Hold on, let me close this. Why were there no lifeguards on duty when Malcolm-Jamal Warner drowned? Is a question that most people want to know. So we're going to get into why. And then I'm going to give you my analogy of what I think is up. The Big Dice Chronicles is everything. Let me post the link again for you to come live, family. Here's the link again. Let me know if you're having any issues, but it should be active because I activated it when I went live. So that right there should be good to go for you. Okay, let's get into the reading, you guys, because this is something that everyone wants to know. They want to know why. It's the question the fans want to know. What happened? What's the real story? People want answers, you guys, and they're not getting it. And so when you're not getting the answers, it leads people to conspiracy, especially the conspiracy theorists. They love stories like this because they can ride it a long time. I've heard some YouTubers talking about they unalived Malcolm-Jamal Warner. I don't know if I actually believe that. That's my opinion. That's me. New details emerged surrounding the death of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. The Cosby Show star died Sunday at age 54. We already know when he passed away today, during a family vacation in Costa Rica. After Warner's accidental drowning, Playa Grande lifeguards claimed they were not present on the beach when the accident happened due to the lack of resources. Now, if you remember, somebody said a lifeguard went out there and saved them. They're saying that there were no active lifeguards on duty on that beach that day because they were at another beach. We deeply regret the passing of Malcolm-Jamal Warner, Playa Grande said. He was swept away by a strong rip current and died by drowning, Costa Rica Volunteer Lifeguard Association Caribbean Guard said in a statement on Monday. It all happened very quickly, they say, and although there were people on the beach who entered the water to rescue him, they did not arrive in time. Now, remember the beginning story. Somebody said a lifeguard went out there and grabbed him and saved him and all that stuff, right? That's what people were saying at first, but now we're seeing as the story is unfolding, we're starting to see more of the truth. They said they did not arrive in time. He was pulled from underwater without vital signs, and despite CPR maneuvers being performed on the beach, resuscitation was unsuccessful. This is what the message read, you guys. So, you know, there were people saying that, you know, he was alive when he left. I mean, I've heard every theory there is here on YouTube. People said, oh, no, he was alive. He came back and then they took him, you know, when he got to the place, he paid all the crazy stories. The lifeguard explained that Playa Grande is well known by social local surfers and is one of the most challenging beaches in the world. The statement added that there are signs placed along the beach in both Spanish and English warning the danger of death due to drowning. The guards shared they had patrolled there over the past few years, but not at the time of Warner's death. So in other words, there were lifeguards there, but they were not there during the passing of his death. And they typically would work there, but that particular day they weren't. Some might ask why. Some might say, oh, that seems kind of weird. Stone, why would it not be any guards there? Why was there not anybody there? That's what the conspiracy people love this shit. Conspiracy people like taking that and turning that into some shit. This is why you got to be careful with putting narratives out there that might not be true. I don't know. Some people feel like they investigate enough and they got all the information and just don't seem right. Just don't seem right. Do I think it's weird that there were no lifeguards? I do. I'm like, with a beach that's such powerful currents and is known for people drowning, why not have at least one or two lifeguards on duty at all times? That's my brain working, right? That's just stone working. Due to the recent aquatic incidents in Playa Negra, we had redirected resources there into Chiquita, another iconic beach known for its strong currents, the statement noted. So there would have been lifeguards there, but they sent them to Chiquita, another popular beach, due to the, they said due to the aquatic accidents. I'm trying to understand it. So due to the aquatic accidents, you send these guys to another beach. Wouldn't you just get two more for that beach? Why send all those guys to the other beach and then this beach is unattended? I don't know. Those are the questions I have inside of me for that situation. Those are my thoughts. The social media post included a message addressed to Costa Rica President Rodrigo Craves Robles and the government. From Caribbean Guard, a volunteer lifeguard association, it says, we make an urgent appeal to the president of the nation, that national government, the municipality of Talamanca, and the entire Caribbean community to continue joining forces to minimize the problem, which sadly is on the rise across the entire country. So saying that this problem is on the rise across that whole country, I guess a lot of people are passing away from drowning. We do everything within our reach, they say. The statement concluded, we have saved numerous lives in recent years. And if Caribbean guards didn't exist, the number of drownings would be counted in the dozens, they say. We give everything we have to minimize the risk. But without help from the government, clear public policies, and strong support from local business owners, this will continue to happen. Warner drowned while swimming near Coclis after allegedly being caught by a high current. They said allegedly. I don't get that. How could you allegedly be caught by a high current? It's like, I hate when media networks throw these little things in there to make you doubt it, make you question. Now, after all this that they've said, that he drowned from a riptide, then they come back with Warner drowned while swimming near Coclis after allegedly being caught by a high current. Why would you say allegedly? Are you sending messages of something else? I don't know. I just think it's weird that they would just say it that way. I just think it's weird. You guys don't think that's weird? Do you guys not think it's weird the way they worded that? On Monday, Costa Rican National Police told the Post that bystanders had pulled Warner from the water and had taken him to shore. Costa Rica Red Cross made revival efforts, but the attempts were unsuccessful. Warner's body was transported to the morgue at San Juan de Flores for an autopsy. His cause of death is listed as asphyxia by submersion. What a great guy, man. We lost a great guy. As I'm looking at his pictures, the guy was full of life, man. A judicial investigation agency also confirmed the events that took place. The victim appears to have entered the sea and was apparently swept away by a current. Here we are back to the story. They told people the man was rescued by bystanders and taken to shore, where he received treatment from Costa Rican Red Cross. However, he was declared lifeless at the scene. I'll go back on something. Let me say this again. It says Warner drowned while swimming near Cocles after allegedly being caught by high current. I don't know. I just have an issue with that. Big Dice Chronicles said, if you want, you can. If you want Stone, I can go live and drop this StreamYard link. Isn't working. It's all good, family. Yeah, no worries. Maybe I didn't send it right. No, it's all good, family. I gotta stay on here, fam. But we can plan another time you and I do that. But I was trying to pull you in on here. Chef Banner said, I will never travel to foreign lands and not conform with their customs. Well, I don't know. I think more so, Chef Banner. Cheyenne said, when was his funeral? I'm not sure, Cheyenne. I got to find out. I know his family members. I don't even know if they had the funeral because I haven't kept in touch with anybody. I got StreamYard too, Big Dice Chronicles. I just hate using it sometimes. I get lazy. I can bring more people up. I used to use it all the time. Richard said, PP Paperwork TV states he might was. Of course, listen, let me tell you something. Pittsburgh, Steel City, what's up, family? Yeah, Big Dice, you and I are I'll go live on yours and we're gonna talk about this, bro. Or you can bring me in from we'll figure out. You have to send me your number so we can talk. Auntie Mickey said it was a private funeral. I know his family told me they were having one, but I haven't messaged anybody since he passed. I just gave my condolences and that was it. You say put it on your post community. It might work over there. Oh, post community. Oh, the link. Let me see if I can. How do I do that? Let me see if I can put it in my post community. Hold on. The link. Let's see if I can put it in it. I don't know. I'm gonna try. Big Dice. Oh, I'm gonna do a poll too. Let's do a poll real quick. Let's do a serious poll, you guys. Hold on. Let's do a poll, you guys. I hope I'm doing this right. Listen, I went in for one thing, Big Dice Chronicles. You told me to do that, and I end up doing something else. Hold on. I went in to do one thing. Big Dice Chronicles asked me to do something, and I'm over here doing some other shit. Hold on. All right, let's start this poll. Let's get a poll going, you guys. Big Dice Chronicles, send me your email address. I'm gonna try to email it. Big Dice Chronicles said first they said he went to swim alone. Exactly. Then they said he was with his daughter. Exactly. But they knew the story wouldn't work, so they had to switch the game up. Now I do think it's weird. I just think that that was weird too. And then remember, somebody even said there was a lifeguard that went out there. Somebody said initially a lifeguard had went out. You guys remember Big Dice Chronicles? You remember that? Valerie, what's happening? So, like, get the story right. Okay, hold on. Somebody said something. Let me read this. Hit those hearts, you guys. You know, every time I come on here, I have to beg y'all to hit the goddamn hearts and shit. Damaged Kisses said, I haven't been paying attention to the stories after his passing. Not to be mean, but couldn't he have just simply drowned with no foul play? The beach can be exactly. Damaged Kisses is saying what I'm saying too. Okay, let me try to copy paste it one more time. Let me try it one more time. Big Dice Chronicles. Well, and this is what I'm saying. Why is it that when every celebrity passed away, Big Dice Chronicles? Here it is again. Hold on. Oh, let me paste it again. Okay, try that and see if that works, family. Why can't it just be he passed away? Why can't it be really just a riptide? The Lord said, I heard it was two guys on surfboards in the water who saved his daughter. I heard the same thing. Big Dice Chronicles said, why would a person who is a known swimmer go swimming alone at 5 in the morning? Well, they said it was 2 o'clock. Hold on. Big Dice Chronicles, hold on. Let's go back. Hold on. Let's go back. Listen, I'm going to tell you the time. That's why this thing is crazy. Like, it's kind of like, get the stories right, folks. Like, for the people that are reporting the story from that country, get this shit right. It said he passed away between 2 and 2:30 p.m., Big Dice Chronicles. But you see how they had the different times? Like the time you said, I heard that time too. All right, family, damn. I'm going to bring you on later, Big Dice Chronicles. I'm going to go live again in the studio. I'm going to bring you in. Listen, think about what I'm saying. If he passed away, why are the times being changed up? It said between 2, let me read it again, the time that they said. And then Big Dice Chronicles, I agree with you. The time you said, I heard that too. They said between 2 and 2:30 local time, right? The stories are all fucked up all over the place. Are they doing, is this by design? That's what makes me go, it's weird. Valerie said, I really don't believe the story. Gen X says surf tides. Let me say something to you guys. Big Dice Chronicles said, on my show, I have the original news report that said he went for swim. Now, I'm reading Associated Press and some other stuff right here, and it says between 2 and 2:30 p.m. Now, I spoke to family members, so I'm just going to say they confirmed that time that I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I spoke to some people that's related. So that's why this shit is weird, because you got 4:30 and 5 a.m. Ain't nobody gonna be out swimming in no motherfucking Costa Rica. Like Big Dice Chronicles. You know, I'm sure you probably don't believe that shit. Like, there's nobody I wouldn't go out and swim in Costa Rica at 4:35 a.m. Hell no. Pebblestone said trying to sweep it under the rug too quick. Yes, they are. The Big Dice Chronicles said, copy whenever you're ready. This is a great conversation. It is. It's so, listen, it makes it mysterious, but the bad part about it is it allows for people to come in and create narratives and make the story even worse by adding our thoughts. That's why I'm trying to be careful. Damaged Kisses said, well, journalists have different writing styles. Thank you. I was just saying that. No story is going to sound, hold on, let me go back, read what Damaged Kisses said something that made sense. No journalist is going to be the same as another, but I agree the story should be correct, which is why when I get on here and talk about people, I'm careful about what and how I deliver the story. I don't want to tell us a lie. The Big Dice Chronicle said, I think his conscious mind and the point he was going at the elites when he said Jesus was black. Well, you know, people don't like Benjamin Padilla, what's up, family? You know, people don't like in this business when any minority starts telling the obvious truth. Juan Lyrical Child, my partner said it was a gap in the time from his hotel room, as well as there was 3 inconsistencies with the autopsy report. Auntie Mickey said, who in their right mind would swim at that damn time? Exactly. That's why I know that's bullshit. Listen, even if that was the only time that they gave, I still wouldn't believe it. Damage Kisser said it's all a distraction at this point, as far as I'm concerned, regarding the media with some truths. I agree. Big Dice said, I sent you my number. Okay, family, thank you. Yeah, let's plan that out. I'm going to go live again tonight in the studio. Dolores said only someone drinking would go swimming at 4:30 to 5. I mean, yeah, you do have dummies that would do that shit. I've seen it. She said there's too many critters in the water to go swimming at that. Yes, and they come out at that time. Auntie Mickey said this is too much. People love to be. Yes, they do, Auntie Mickey. And I don't agree with the conspiracy. I know that, you know, it fuels a lot of views on YouTube, and it fuels people to talking, and I get it. I get it. I'm not going to, this is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to step on another person for saying what their thoughts are. But I'll say this. I want to be responsible for as much truth as possible. I'm not a journalist. I don't consider myself a journalist. But when I'm on here reporting about these stories, I'm kind of acting as a journalist, so I have to be careful. Thank you, Gen X. Gen X corrected everyone. She says, surfers don't drink and surf. That's surfing 101. Motherfuckers, Jen say. Big Dice Chronicles say facts understood. Benjamin said the ocean is scary to me, especially at listen. And I'm a man too. We men, I feel you. Listen, I don't care if I'm on a boat. I'll be scared to go out if I'm on a Carnival cruise and even look at the dark ocean. Vanna Ann said, going swimming early in the morning when lifeguard isn't on duty, that's suicidal. As facts. Said Vanna, that's Vanna Ann, that is the truth. That is, you're setting yourself up for, my mother used to say, if you don't want to be caught up in a situation, don't put yourself in a situation. And Malcolm was smart. He wasn't a dummy. Brother Tyne said, Stone, there's no question in my mind. I lost my father in 91. The song Optimistic by Shonda Blackman saved my life. But not only that, it's men like you I surround myself with to make it better. Thank you, Brother Tyne. Thank you for that. And you know, that's one of my favorite songs too, right? I could put that song on and play that song for 8 hours straight. Rest in love to your father, Brother Tyne. And you know, Brother Stone always here. Karma Rain said the ocean is a beast, nothing to play with at all. Listen, there's a few things I don't play with. Y'all want me to give it to y'all? Lisa Fraser said, don't watch mainstream media. Exactly. They never give the story. It's all about ratings, just like people on YouTube do. Lisa Howard said, something is not right with this story. Lisa, I agree with you. It's, you know, how can you mix the times up? CC Funk 1, what's up, family? Lyrical said, Child said, water is murky at the time of the morning, and sharks are very present. Sharks and all kinds of shit, Lyrical Child. Benjamin Padilla said, it humbles you real quick how small we are in the midst of that big universe. Think about it. Did you guys see the story? Let me tell you something. I don't know if this is true. Big Dice Chronicles said, I swim like a fish and grew up swimming in Coney Island. One thing we understood is the current can be very dangerous. Facts. Let me tell you guys something. Did you guys see the story of the couple that disappeared? That they said they were floating out. They were headed towards Puerto Rico in a sailboat, and they disappeared for 30 years. I don't know if it's true. It was on TikTok. Gen X said, I'm a certified PADI diver, diver down, diver Dan. Surfers have such a heightened insight on ocean safety and protocol because it is a place that is a mystery in its own. See, I love Gen X. Thank you for being here because we have somebody that's experiencing this shit. So she can speak from experience. It's always good to have somebody in here that know this shit. She's a diver, you guys. She's certified. There's shit she knows that the average person is not going to know because of her time diving. And as many times as she's had to dive, the hours she's put in. Gen X says sharks are always present. You just don't see their asses. They be like this. Look at this idiot. Look at this idiot. 5 a.m. in the morning, this breakfast gonna be good. Brother Time says, stay consistent and healthy. The story is rather nervy. Let me tell y'all something. I can swim. But even when I go to the beach, I go maybe ankle high, maybe not. I never go all the way up to the knee. Because I'm always like, yo, I ain't trying to play with these tides pulling me up in this mofo. Jen said, I've gone 90 feet down in the ocean to 200 feet. Legs deeper. It's very, oh my God, Jen, listen. Jen, I've always thought that's like a bad dream. Listen what Jen said. She said, I've gone 90 feet down into the ocean to a 200 feet ledge deeper. It's very scary. Listen, were you doing this when you went down, Jen? You guys get, like my brother Big Dice Chronicle said, get the likes up. We got 70-something people in here. We should have seven. Come on, y'all, don't do me like this. It should be at least 70-something likes, man. Why y'all doing me like this, man? Come on, man. Y'all don't have, where the love at? Get the likes up, y'all. I mean, damn, all you gotta do is hit that and then hit the hearts. It don't take that much, y'all watching. If y'all listen, I love that we have Jen on here. Chef Banner said, you know, I do not swim. We'll never go near deep water, bum. Gen X said, yeah, you got to be, for the non-swimmers, don't go near no Wawa. Divine said, I was in ocean water many years ago in my mid-20s on vacation. Would I do that today? Absolutely not. Gen X said, a leopard shark that I thought was an eel wasn't an eel. What? Dolores said, and that's a Generation X thing to swim with sharks or whatever else she wants to swim with. But I'm a very good swimmer. But I won't get in that water at all. Listen, there's 3 things that we as humans should respect. And I want y'all to take note. If you don't know, get the likes up, y'all. 3 things. Let's talk 3 things in life we should respect. Shall we do that? 3 things, you guys. Always respect pow-pows. Mr. Paxton. Oh, thank you for somebody just donated. Scorpio. Hey, you guys, hold on. I got a bone to pick with you, Scorpio. She says, hello, beautiful people. Mr. Paxton, Cambodia Mystique, Auntie Mickey. Hello, beautiful people in chat. Damage kisses. Be back soon. Okay, come back, damage kisses. I mean, Scorpio. She said hello to damage kisses, all of us. Mystique, CC, Auntie Mickey. Damage kisses, you've been missing. We've been looking for you. Lyrical Child said, and it's just good to have you back because we do miss you. The deeper you go, the darker it gets. They have places called the Twilight Zone down there. We wasn't made for oceans. Well, listen, if anybody can talk about it, it is Jen. That's why, W. Milton, what's up? Listen, we got a specialist in here. Jen is certified. Jen said its face came out of the coral reef and it slithered down the reef. Its face came out of the coral reef and it slithered down the reef. It got 3/4 past me and turned back to look at me. Took a second look and I looked. I could be a snack. It was over 6 feet long. Oh my good. Jen, how often do you go down and dive? The Big Dice Chronicles said that, Angie, this is where I be finally adult. Yes, this is where we be finally adult conversations. Chat is true. Yes, we love it. Listen, he's right. The Big Dice Chronicles, Angie is letting you know it's the truth. Benjamin Padilla said, Stone doesn't logic behoove one to think that if you're going to do someone in, you want an easier guaranteed job. Not an unpredictable ocean unless he was under influence already. I just don't see it. Now, this is my thought. I don't know if they've done the complete autopsy report. I think it was 2 different ones. Jen said it was silver and black spots, that shark. I want to go again, but you need a buddy. I think we can get Auntie Mickey to go dive with you or Chef Vanna. Jen said, I just moved back to California. I wouldn't dive in the East. Okay, Jen. So when I come out to Cali, you might have to take me diving because I've never been. I would like to go diving once. So I might have to go with you. You got to take me through the briefing and get me ready because I think I want to dive once in my lifetime. And Benjamin, I agree with you, brother Benjamin, 100%. Jen, when you go diving, you're in Cali. I go to Cali a lot. Maximum, the producer. Oh, somebody gave gift memberships. Scorpio, look, you see what Scorpio do? Scorpio comes in giving memberships to you guys. Let me tell you something. I'll say it again. Since I haven't seen Scorpio, they've been trying to come in and match to you, Scorpio. It's been maybe one person try to come in, but they couldn't hold the flag up like you did. So you raised the bar up in here, Scorpio, with people coming in here with their donations. Thank you to you. I appreciate you. Joyful Ladybug said, I got cornered snorkeling in a coral reef by a barracuda. What? Joyful Ladybug, were you by yourself? Were you with people? And do you said snorkeling. Now that's just, you got your little head down. You ain't doing that deep dive like Jen now. I ain't discrediting you, Joyful Ladybug, but snorkeling, you above the wah-wah. Your head is, you looking down. You got the little thing sticking up, you're breathing. She said, I got cornered snorkeling in the coral reef by barracuda near Tulum, Mexico. So what did you do? And how did you react? The Big Dice Chronicle said, thank you, Scorpio. Scorpio, thank you. She always comes in and gives away memberships to those in the chat, and I love that. That was Scorpio. USA 105.6, that was Scorpio. She's one of my highest supporters of my channel, and she comes in, that's what she does. Selena Chavez says 7032. So thanks, Scorpio, you guys, for the free memberships, because that's who did it. Selena Chavez said the reason there are so many stories is to confuse them. I agree, Selena. I am in agreement with Selena. It is to confuse you as to the real situation that has happened. Lyrical Child said that shark she's talking about is rare. Sharks that doesn't bite, that particular shark eats everything at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, Jim was about to become a piece of snack arena. Javon said that particular shark eats everything in the bottom of the ocean, but sharks are what you have to worry about. Listen, Jim was going to be a snack arena. Jen, be careful. But Jen, listen. Oh, Joyful said, my son-in-law held his hands up for me to stay still. And when it turned, he motioned me to swim fast. Wow. Well, you wouldn't outswim one. If they wanted to get you, they're going to get you. Selena said, was he cremated? Selena, I don't want to speak on it because honestly, I haven't spoken to the family to ask any other questions, but I will find that out. Dodo, what's up, Dodo? Long time no hear from you, Dodo. Where you been? Listen, Dodo, I went live in the studio the other night. You missed it. Chef Banner Inn said leeches and alligators in Cambodia. I never learned to swim. Them alligators ain't no joke either. Jen said that's what they all say about sharks. They don't want to eat you. Jen say they don't want to eat you. Listen, Jen, I saw this one lady. A shark came forward to her. It was on YouTube. She grabbed the nose and she kind of guided it to a different direction, but she was worried that it was going to attack her. But from what she was trained, she touched the nose and she guided it, because I think the sharks, their eyes and their nose, those are sensitive parts. Am I wrong? Correct me if I am. But according to what I read, those are the things that the sharks don't like, the tip of their nose and their eyes. So she guided it and it went the other direction. It didn't bother her. Dodo said, been on holiday, mate. Hope you're all good. Yes, Dodo, all blessings. And I'm glad you enjoyed your vacation. Jen said, first of all, my grandfather's told me when he was still alive, I was getting certified. Only 10% of the ocean has been discovered. Damn. Bridget said, hit the hearts and likes. Come on, y'all. Hit those hearts and likes. What y'all doing? Come on. Scorpio said, flowers, Banner in. Listen, think about this, you guys. I want you to think about something. Now, Bridget, I'm going to let you know now. When I come to California, I would love for you to first of all, I've only been diving once. So you'd have to kind of retrain me and get me acclimated to like, these are the rules, Stone. This side, check your pressure, do this, do that. You know, your oxygen, you got this much. Don't come up too fast. You have to bring me up to speed. But I would love to go diving with you. Not no 90 feet though. I come to Cali all the time. So I would love, I got to experience that once in my life. Here's the thing. I was saying something earlier. The Big Dice Chronicle said, I believe that's where the extraterrestrials' lives lives. Just my opinion. I agree with you because I've seen some crazy shit come up out of the oceans traveling across the country. I've just seen weird stuff, like, you know, things that get swept up on the beach and you look at it. Dodo said, I remember watching a documentary on shark attacks in Australia, and the vast majority of attacks were on surfers that sharks apparently thought were seals. I saw that one too, one similar to that. They won't actually attack humans, Dodo said. Yeah, I guess they look like a human might look like a seal on the surfboards and the feet. Damaged Kiss said, I love water. I'm a good swimmer. However, I'm not trying to swim in the ocean, period. I'll hang out in the shallow areas, but no, it's dangerous. I always wanted to surf, too dangerous. Damaged Kisses said, I'm hanging out where the kids hang out at, pretty much. She said, listen, I can swim, but I ain't doing all that. Dodo said, if sharks are the topic of choice, listen, I've been in California, Venice Beach, and got my butt in the water and seen shark tails, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I've been at Huntington Beach, seen the same thing. Dolores said, Bodis, I believe they're saying they live under the bottom of. Yes, I believe that too, Dolores. Boss Lady said something with that wife is not sitting right. So Dolores feels like Malcolm-Jamal Warner's wife, there's something strange about the situation. Gen X said you have to take a course, 1 hour class before, as long as you go with an experienced diver, but every diver should refresh before. Okay, so Jen, you got me, Jen? I'll do the course, Jen. I'm bringing some friends with me, Jen. We're going to go diving with you, Jen. Come on. We're not going 90 feet. We can do like 10 feet and go back up. Boss Lady feels something weird about the wife. Hey, Damaged Kiss said, I'll go about half and half, but still in the shallow area. Dolores will still be in the kids area swimming, you guys. Damaged Kiss said, there's holes in the sand. There are holes in the sand. Have you seen the sinkholes? Like sometimes you can be walking and people have sunk in the sand. Have you seen that? Nobody talks about those stories, but they're real. Gen X said, every is so beautiful down there. It's ever so beautiful down there. And when you get to the ocean floor, it is very calm and very still. That's because, hold on, I'm sorry. I don't want to miss. We got an experienced diver in her, so I got to give Jen her respect. So Jen, I'm so happy she's in here. She said it's very calm at the bottom. That's because you control the water around you by your breathing. Got you. And you can pretty much just hear your breathing, huh, Jen? Like when you get that low down there, you just hear you hear your own breathing, right? But that's got to be, to me, being at the bottom of the ocean, this is my thoughts of it. The Big Dice Chronicle said, we have quicksand down here in the South. Oh, yeah. Listen, I know where you in Florida, Mississippi, Alabama. Dolores said, Stone, I will not be in the kids area because I'm not getting that. I'm not getting that. You're not going at all, huh, Dolores? Joyful said, barracudas exhibit remarkable hunting strategies, often hunting in groups, coordinating attacks to maximize the chance of capturing prey. They can swim up to 27 miles per hour, outpacing most of their. That's what I said. Y'all ain't getting away from no barracuda. It don't even matter. If they want to get you, they're going to get you. Jen said, we'll go to Catalina. Ooh, it's like a kiddie pool and not too deep unless you want to go out on a boat. And no, Jen, Catalina South, because I know the water's more clear at Catalina, right? I've been there. Like, isn't that better? Jen talking about unless you want to go out on a boat. No, Jen, I'm gonna go with your suggestion. Catalina Island, near Catalina. Yes, let's do that. I'm with that. Jen. I'm going to bring 2 other friends with me. We're going to go diving. Yes. And you're going to be our guy. We're going to do the 1 hour class. Jen said, you take a deep breath and you go up 2 inches. You blow out, you go down. Wow, like a helium. Yes, I remember this. Look, I'm trying it now again, Jen. Here I am, Jen. You got to get used to that. You know that's not easy. Jen said you take deep breaths and you go up 2 inches. So here. And you blow out and you go down. So you got to be careful about blowing out if you don't want to go down. So for the ones that want to go, don't want to go down, don't blow out like a helium balloon, she said. Chef Banner said kitty poop for her. So we got about 3 people in it. Damage Kisses, Chef Banner. And who else said they'd be at the, Dolores said she'd be at the kiddie pool area. Gen X said, I saw a black and white striped lobster. They aren't the color we think. How big was it? That's good eating right there, Gen X. Gen X said, yes, let's go. That's where Natalie Wood was. What? Jen, why are you doing that to me? Listen what Jen said. She said, yes, let's go. That's where Natalie Wood was murdered. There's a lot of history on that. Really? Okay. I think I heard about, was she murdered on that island? And did she drown? Dodo said, when I was in Naples, Florida, I was out in the sea and saw a dolphin in between me and the sand. Thought it was awesome. Then thought, oh, shit, anything could be around me. Well, see, if you see dolphins, then you're protected. Because one thing I could say, according to all of my reading through the years before I even did my first little scuba dive thing, I read that dolphins actually protect against sharks. Auntie Mickey say, I'm on the shore like this. Y'all all right? Y'all cool? All right, I'll be right here with the picnic basket. Auntie Mickey on the sidelines. Damage Kisses said, well, I got to the Gulf of Mexico. I got the Gulf of Mexico by me in Corpus Christi. Corpus and Port Aransas aren't very nice. I definitely won't go. Yeah, Corpus, I heard the water's really dark and dirty and like real yucky looking or something. Oh, she drowned. Really? Was it a riptide also, Gen X? Dolores says, Stone, I will be somewhere praying for you when you get back. Listen, we going on that scuba diving. I'm taking Big Dice Chronicles with me. Chef Banner's not going to go. Cambodian Mystique's not. We might be able to get Cece to go. Auntie Mickey already said she's standing on the beach like this with the binoculars. We going. We have a certified diver here. Do you understand that that's not every day you get that? Gen X said she had a full fur coat on and it got wet and heavy and pulled her down after a night. Oh, man. Night of drinking, jealousy. Oh, man. That had to be horrible. And to think about it, if she was in her right mind, all she had to do was slip out of that coat. Was she in shallow water? Big Dice said, facts, dolphins are protectors of the sea, beautiful creatures, and did y'all know it's against the law to verbally talk to them? Hey, listen, Big Dice Chronicles. Now, we can get on that. Why is it against the law to talk to dolphins? Think about that. Do you know that dolphins operate off of, they have these crystals built into their body. They operate off of frequency. They understand us telepathically. Pittsburgh Steel City said, I wish that I could turn my phone up to here at work. NICU, I will continue to hit. Thank you. I wish you could, Brother Benjamin. I mean, who said that? Hold on. Somebody said that. Hold on. Let me go back. No, that was Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I'm sorry, family. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh. That's my peeps. I gotta post your pin your message, Pittsburgh, so everybody can see what you said. Some of the water down here in North Carolina is the same color as Pepsi Cola. They peeing in the water down there, Big Dice? Yeah, that dark? Auntie Mickey say, that's me, nephew. I watch. Okay, she said, Auntie Mickey say she gonna watch the food until we come back up. Gen X. Gen X said love triangle. Damn, that's crazy. See, now I did hear about this story, but I don't know the whole scenario. Now you're gonna have me looking it up. She say, no, Was her husband Hart and Crystal? Oh, yes, I remember that story. I remember weren't they on a boat? They were all on the boat together, right? And then they never found out. Like the whole thing was so weird. What happened? Am I correct? Because I think I saw that story. Jen is the true meaning of God. I respect anybody that is died. That's the real gangsters. Jen said, "Did you know?" Hold on. Jen's saying something to me. Hold on. I can't miss this. Hold on. Because Jen's got some interesting stories. Man, I love people that died. Jen said, hold on, where's it at? Hey, somebody said I'll be there with towels. Who said that? Y'all funny as shit. Why y'all funny, man? Hold on. But Jen said something deep to me. I'm trying to find what Jen said. Hold on. I gotta read it. She asked me if I knew something. Hold on. Let me go back some. Okay, hold on, Jen. I'm trying to find it. Jen said, no, I was a husband's heart. Okay, Jen. Bear with me, Jen. I'm trying to find where you said it. Damn, it's so fast. Jen, can you send that again? Because you said, did I know something? It was a story you were telling me. She said, a yachting. Yes. Okay, I remember seeing that, but maybe I wasn't quite paying full attention. But Jen, if you don't mind, send that again. You were telling me a story about something. Listen, we have our own diver, experienced diver, rated. Shall I say rated? You're rated, right? You're rated, you're certified and rated. Starfish and silver dollars are purple and white. Wow, I didn't know that. But Jen, is that what you said? I thought you said something longer. Dice Chronicle said, copy. I never knew that, Benjamin, but it's only one. The beaches in the hood. Everywhere else, crystal clear. Yeah, that's kind of suspicious. The beaches near the urban areas are Pepsi-Cola. The beaches in the nice areas are beautiful. Oh, Jen X said when they hit the air and they're dying, they turn red. Oh, I didn't even know that. You just taught me something. Damaged Kisser said, I believe Natalie Wood was foul play. That's what Jen X was saying. That's what Jen X was saying. She was saying, like, think about it. I mean, Jen X said it in so many words. She had the fur coat on and went under. Yeah, Damaged Kisser. She had a difficult life. It's crazy. It's crazy. There's so many mysterious situations. Do you guys know Scorpio gifted 10 memberships, you guys? Scorpio gifted 10 memberships, you guys. Poor lady, man. I mean, when you think about it, man, like, y'all women have it tough. I'm going to be honest with you, because it's not easy to be a woman that has something special that another woman feels like they're competing with you, right? Jen X said, my mom showed me how to break open the sand dollar. If you don't correctly, 7 angels of bone shall appear. What is that a true story? Is that folklore? Is that true, Gen X? Jen said there's a $7 prayer about it you can read. Okay, so now we got to do all that when we there. Jen, I'm serious. Like, I'm going to figure out, we're going to plan this out. When the best time for me to come out there and bring my people, and we're going to do that. This is going to be fun. I'm going to record all this. We're going to go live. I'm going to try to get a GoPro. I don't know if I can record it, but I don't know if I can go live on the Wawa. But I know I can record it and repost that experience. I am actually going to go and Jen, if you can email me, because I'm serious, plan this out. I'll message you and be like, hey, Jen, this is the date I'm thinking about coming. I'm going to record it. And all you guys are going to experience this with me. Now, don't be freaking out like, Stone, we don't want you to go. We don't want nothing to happen to you. Gen X said, don't go surfing when you are on your, oh, Gen X, listen. Did you see the girl was at San Diego that was, I think the whale threw her up and she was on her period, and then all of a sudden he swallowed her. Did you see that story? And they were able to get her out of the well. but I guess, like, I don't know, like he threw her up and then she came down and it was crazy, man. Benjamin said they were heard having a raging fight by others. Yes, I remember that. And even when they asked the actor that was with her, that was like dating her, he never really wanted to talk about it. Gen X said we used to do it all the time and skip to the rocks and skate on icy. Wow. Okay, Jen, were you in the Midwest at that time? You say icy ponds. I remember in the Midwest, we used to have a lot of icy ponds in the winter, and we would do stupid stuff like that. Hey, Big Dice, you serious though? Don't play. If I go, you gonna go? Cause I'm serious. I'm gonna get a few other people, and we're gonna go and take the hour class, and then Jen will take us all. We'll do the Catalina thing. Gen X said, that's why I stay in van, birds, bees, dogs, men, sharks, it's all the same. Listen what Jen say. That's why I stay in the van, birds, bees, dogs, men, sharks. So, Jen, you just broke my heart, Jen. Jen put us men in the category of sharks, dogs, and birds. And, Jen. I get it, though, Jen. I really do. Y'all women have it tough. Listen, I'm going to say this. Jen said, no, in Maine, mom taught me to skate when okay, she taught you to skate. Jen said, I'm dying. You should go back, Jen. Why? Yes, we're talking about Natalie Woods, T-Rex. Yep. Scorpio, I never asked Scorpio what country she lives in. Scorpio better tell me first before she tell any of y'all where she lives. I know Scorpio's, I think she's in the islands. She's in Caribbean somewhere, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Damage says, I still don't understand how women go swimming on their period at all. But two, I could never do that when I had a period. Too much information, no way in hell without me either. The Inquisitor say, nah, I'll watch you from here, Stone. Okay, so you'll get to watch the playback. The Inquisitive, it's okay, I got you, Inquisitive Pete. Gen X say, I know the whole island. I got engaged on the Pleasure Pier, which is Catalina. Okay, so we're going to have fun. Now I'm going to figure out what's going to be the best time for this, you guys. I don't have a timeline yet. Scorpio said, I told you, Caribbean. Hey, 22 points for Stone. Auntie Mickey, 22 points for Stone. Excalibur said, listen to new single about 10 times. Oh, you listen to my single? Excalibur, man, this left. Was it on Spotify? Man, thank you, brother. You know, I appreciate you for that. Every time y'all listen to my music, you stream it, it really helps. But even better when you download it, because that's an automatic sell. Even better when you buy the physical albums from me. That's even better because the artists get paid direct. T-Rex said Ted Kennedy and Robert Wagner of that show, Heart to Heart. She was dating the both of them? Seemed like to me the Kennedys always caught up with some situation with women. Gen X said, I escaped from New Jersey once on a plane with my dog, Lucy, under the name Inwood. Did you have to disappear on a guy, Jen? Excalibur Kane, thank you, brother. I really appreciate you, family. I do. Throw me in that playlist. Please share with your aunts, cousins, your homeboys, your homegirls, please. Good music. Put me in that playlist. Oh, you're saying you escaped from a storm, Jen? Were you on a boat? Were you on a boat at that time? Let me ask you something, women. Wouldn't you think that if women swim in the ocean with their period, you don't think that would attract a shark? Because you remember, sharks are attracted by blood. So you know what? Today is the first day that I'm really, really thinking and looking into this. Ladies, have y'all thought about that? Scorpio lights. See, I know where I got my 20 points today, Scorpio. And Scorpio came in and showed me love. Because I know where Scorpio's in the Caribbean. I feel privileged that I already knew where it was. Gen X said, no, they were trying to ship me like, oh, no. Yo, Jen's got a story, you guys. Jen, you are kidding me. Jen said, no, they were trying to ship me like Taken. Like the movie Taken. Somebody was trying to grab you, Jen? Did they put you on a boat? The Big Dice Chronicle said we need 12 likes and we're tied. Okay, 12 likes, y'all. Come on. Let's get them likes up. We need 12 likes, y'all. Come on. And we get it tied, y'all. Come on. Let's go. Y'all heard what my boy Big Dice Chronicle say. 12 likes. Let's get it going so we can tie this up. Let's go. Come on, y'all. So, oh my God. Wow, Jen. Are you serious, Jen? Jen, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But most importantly, Jim, I'm proud. Jen, I am proud that you got away. I'm proud you got away because that's crazy as shit. Now, Jen, I'm going to say this about you. Correct me if I'm wrong. You seem to me like a real cool person, like real hippie-ish type cool person, like, you know, peace, love. You remind me of some of my friends that from Cali that they love people, adventurous, peaceful, loving. You remind me of a 70s child like me. Peace and love. Jen said he pitched himself as a pianist. Wow. Okay, listen. Okay, Jen, this ain't about a racist thing, but I'm gonna ask you a question. What race was this person? We don't mind. What race was this person? What race was this person, Jen? Was this Caucasian, African American, Asian, Hispanic? She said he pitched himself as a pianist that was living in a house Alicia Keys had rented. He had a black baby grand piano. Or he was a musician. He tried to woo you, huh? Huh, Jen? He tried to come in and woo Jen up. Y'all give me them likes, man. We gotta boost them likes up. So Jen, what if you don't mind, what race was I have a reason for asking. Jen said some lady named Angela I came to the door and said he was from Homeland Security. And the Lord spoke to her in the mirror before work and told her to come warn me. What? Y'all see that? She said he was Caucasian. And people think PIs, pimps, and people that be doing human trafficking, they be thinking that, you know, it's black men around here doing all that. We ain't got the boats and the airplanes to do that on the level of the shit that they doing with this human trafficking. Now, don't get me wrong. Divine says, Stone, I'm 79, 79's child. I'm all about peace. Girl, I'm a 70s child, Divine Goddess. What you talking about? Talking about 79. Were you born in 79? I want y'all to know these kind of people come in every color, not just black, not just Asian, not just Hispanic, but also Caucasian. So there's no limit when it comes to people trying to grab women and traffic them. And they come in all colors. But the ones that's got the boats and the planes. She said his name is something Faulkner. Why does that sound, that Faulkner sounds familiar? Why does that sound familiar, Faulkner? Jen said, was his last name, like I have an idea. Dang, so there's no telling. You could have possibly not been alive, Jen. You could have been somewhere in the country, either unalived or sex work. Joyful Ladybug said he was an author. The Faulkner person was an author. This couldn't be the same person, but maybe the same last name, I'm thinking, Joyful. Get the likes up, y'all. Oh, you was born in 72. So you got to say you're a 70s child. Divine, come on. You said 79's child. I'm like, 79's child. Jen said he showed me her badges because I asked to see somebody. She told me 99 girls had this. Dang, what year was this? What year was this? CC Funk say born in 63. That was the year right there. 63 was a special year, y'all. Yeah. post-Vietnam, I think, right? 73% of all people on my poll thinks that Malcolm was unalive. That's interesting. 73 people on I did a poll and I asked how many people think Malcolm was unalive. That's a huge percentage. Auntie Mickey said 1960. Auntie Mickey said 1962 right here. 1962, right? She said it's smooth too. 1962 right here, you know what I'm saying? Pop my collar. Auntie Mickey said, I'm popping the collar. Damaged Kisser said no. She voted no. Jen said Lyndon Chubbuck and my grandfather told me what to do with my phone so they couldn't come to get me. Jen, wow, you need to write a book about this, Jen. And here's a metaphor for your book, Jen. Oh, you're gonna love this. The double entendre. 2013. Here's your book title. Diving into the abyss. But really the metaphor is you diving into life and all the crazy shit that happened to you. From your experience and learning how to dive, and then you go all the way into your story about what happened. Diving into the abyss. Can you see that? I want you to look at it. That would be an incredible book. Diving into the abyss. A story of my life. Auntie Mickey said, Barbara Weaver said, Auntie, I came on, but your live was over. I fell so far behind because I took a FaceTime call. Hey, Auntie Mickey said, like Huggy Bear with the fish and the platform hills. You know what I'm saying? Jen said his name is something like the name of a Star Faulkner. That sounds familiar. Honestly, that sounds really familiar. Gen X said Novia, something like that. I'm going to do some research. Jen, you have a book. 73% of people believe that the Malcolm-Jamal Warner was unalive. Nita, I like that ring on your post. Nita said, Frichet said, born 1964 and proud to be 60, soon to be 61 in November. What's up to my 60s club up in here? We got my 40s, 50s, and 60s club. We got the real OGs. Let me just say something to y'all. Hold up. We started all the swag, y'all. So pop your collar. Go ahead and do it, y'all. Jen said, I came up with a new self-titled autobiography called How to Make a Gangster Cry. Wow, Jen. Hey, Jen, listen, like Big Dice Chronicle said earlier, somebody said, Jen is a real gangster. Nita, Scorpio Light send you some roses. Jen said, Jen, listen, that autobiography, that's a great idea. He goes around and sings CBR covers. You think he's still singing those to this day? And I think that title of your book is incredible. I think the title of your book is incredible, Jen. Please put that out. But once again, you guys, the Malcolm-Jamal Warner story is a continuous, ongoing story because nothing is making any sense. Now, I'm not going to go overboard and, start making up things to get people to pay attention to what I'm saying. But I will say to you, some things make sense, some don't. T-Rex say, making gangsters cry. Damn, it is. Ain't it ruthless? Yo, are you a heartbreaker, Gen X? Sound like you're a heartbreaker to me. Jen said the book's going to be called Making Gangsters Cry. Damn. Making Gangsters Cry in the Abyss. Hey, T-Rex say, man, he say, damn, that's ruthless. Hey, hold up. Hey, T-Rex say, man, that's ruthless. Hey, T-Rex. Hey, that is hilarious, right? I got to pin your post because that's funny as that. T-Rex say, man, that's ruthless. Damn, that's ruthless. Making Gangsters Cry. What a great title. And then Gen X came back with, yep, Like, I ain't letting up off of it. Do we think Malcolm-Jamal Warner was murdered? Do you think he was unalive? Do you think he was set up? I will say one thing. I thought it was weird. CC Funk said Motown Records was popping off when I was born. Yeah, Motown was in the prime then. Nita said that was just a picture of a ring, never been married, don't want to love living a single life. Thanks for beautiful Rose. Anita, listen, you and Dolores, y'all would be perfect because Dolores she ain't trying to have nobody. What's up, Brenda? So you guys are both locked in. Y'all both feel the same way, Nita, you and Dolores. Jen said, no, I just a horrible attraction to gangsters. Jen, you gangsters are attracted to you, Jen? You seem like such a nice person. You know what it is? It's your niceness that is attracting these gangsters. T-Rex say Ruthless Records must have caught her backstage at one of the concerts back in the day. Revenge book. Hey, T-Rex is funny. T-Rex just said something funny. Jen, listen. Look at what T said. T said some funny stuff. He said Ruthless Records must have caught her. I gotta post that. Backstage at one of their concerts back in the day. Revenge book. She said making the gangsters cry. That's deep. She said, yep. Was that I think Faulkner is still at large with his guitar. And she's a comedian. She said, oh boy, is still at large with his guitar. Karma Rain said, on topic, but Stone, where are you from? I always wanted to ask. I'm from a lot of places. Everybody always asks me, where you from? You look different. You kind of, I don't know. Where y'all think I'm from? Y'all put it in y'all, let me throw it in the chat. Where y'all think I'm from? Where y'all think my descendant blood is from? Post it in the comment section. Let me see if anybody nails it. Nita said, let me read what Nita said. Nita Preacher said, I'm married to the Lord and Savior. I ain't mad at you, Nita. You sound like my mother. Mother Stuart Todd Paxton. She said the same thing. Sherry said this about Malcolm. Sherry said, remember the friend survived that was with Malcolm? Yes. That was the daughter that survived that was with Malcolm. It wasn't a friend. It was the daughter, Cherry. Divine said, same here. I attract the wrong men, and I don't know why. I'm content for many years of being single. Okay, we're adding Divine to the list, so it's Nita, Divine, and Dolores. Nita, Divine, and Dolores are all in the same group, you guys. We putting you guys, we're going to have a group. When we have a get-together in my concerts, I'm putting a section. It's going to be strictly for my ladies that don't want to have shit to do with men. Jen said, no, Toledo Diamond would never disrespect anyone backstage. T-Rex said, Jen says she's an alpha. Listen, I'm learning Jen ain't no joke. Jen said, I'm from Boston. You know, Boston is like this. Understand. I want you to know. Boston is like, you know, Boston. You know what I'm saying? Roxbury, Boston, you know? Jen's from Boston. She might as well be from LA because Boston people be on top of their game, men and women. Boston folks don't play. Just like in Jersey. The Jersey women don't play. Don't ever tell a Jersey girl she from New York. They get mad. I've been on airplanes and said, man, your accent sound like you're from New York. I'm not from fucking New York. I'm from Jersey. I'm like, oh, whoa. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Gen X said, Virginia is my guest. No, I'm not from Virginia. They asked me, I think they're asking more so what are you asking what race am I? Somebody was asking me or where I'm from, which I'm confused. Carmel Rain said, I'm from New York City and you got my swag. Carmel said, oh, I got your swag? You saying I got your swag? I ain't got nothing, Carmel. I got my own swag. Dolores said, I didn't say I didn't want nothing to do with me. I just said I didn't have when I was looking. Okay, so we got to put Dolores in a different category. Dolores goes in the looking for man category. So she ain't with y'all women that don't, like, I don't care about no man. Dolores, we're putting her in, we're going to find her a man section. So y'all leave, Dolores going to be out of that category. I'm pulling her out of it, y'all. At my concert, she will be in the I'm going to find her a man category. Okay, that's where she going to be. When I come to her town to perform, I'm bringing Dolores on stage. Dolores, we're going to find you a man, a good one too. The Big Dice Chronicle said, Jen is it. Listen, I can't wait to meet Jen now. Jen said, Bert says, I can't be an alpha because I'm a beta. I've met alpha women. It don't always work out good with alpha men, but for those weak men, it works out great. Pittsburgh Steel City said, I've been writing steamy poetry. It could be turned into a song. You need to go and rock with that. Pittsburgh, come on, don't sit on that. Jen say, let them know. Nita said, why am I always attracted to preacher men? Since I was 15 years old, I do have a golden heart. People most likely see me as first lady. Nita, I'm going to tell you why. I grew up in church. We got to post that comment what Nita said. I want y'all to see what Nita's saying. Look at the comment pinned at top. She said, why is she always attracted to preacher men? I'm going to tell you why. Preacher men come at you with the stuff you want to hear. Gen X said Caribbean. Jen, you're good. She's picking up vibes from me. She's picking up. Jen is good. She's good. She said I'm from the Caribbean. She's picking up stuff. Dolores said somebody said, Rudy Salmon said something. What? I don't know. Hey, Rudis, today is gonna be the day you get blocked, you bitch ass little motherfucker. You come into my live before and you've been very disrespectful, you little bitch made motherfucking peanut head motherfucker you. So guess what? Today is the day you will no longer be on my channel. I've given you an opportunity to come in here with respect. But today, you're done for good, you piece of shit. Oh, you're already hitting. You just come. I'm the only one that can see the fucked up shit you're trying to comment. Okay, good. So you're done for good. Rudis Solomon. That's a made up fucking name. Rudis Solomon 230. Motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. Sorry, y'all. I get rude people come here and do rude shit. They think they can say stuff and say what they want to say, but we ain't having that shit. So I'm sorry. If I offended anybody from cussing, my apologies. CC said I'm from Detroit, West Side, and Mile Lasher. I got peoples over there too, CC. Jen said I need that 6 feet tall, and I like him to be smart and funny and humble, strong. Okay, I got somebody for you, Jen. Somebody in Cali I can introduce you to. Now, Nita said she's attracted to preachers. Jen said, you've got $1 million smile, Stone, like the pearly gates. My grandmother would say, oh, thank you. Jen, thank you for that. Damaged Kisses said, ratchet. Yeah. I don't know why these people think they can come up in my channel and just, you know, Rudis Solomon. If that ain't a made up name, that sounds like a bad sandwich left in the goddamn refrigerator. So Nita, listen, the reason why you're attracted to preachers, we got to be truthful here. It's because that's what you're looking for. CC Funk once say no disrespect on here. None. We ain't playing with that shit. You got to be honest with yourself, Nita. That's the kind of men you're attracted to as well. So they're not just attracted to you. You're actually attracted to those kind of men because they say what you want to hear. T-Rex say, Gen X fly NWA stop in Boston late 80s. Did they get at you? Hey, listen. Yeah, hold up. T-Rex, you funny. T-Rex say, Gen X fly. Did NWA stop in Boston in the late 80s? Did they get at you and break your heart? T-Rex, why are you so funny, T-Rex? Y'all crazy, man. I didn't see what Carl Triplett said. Carl Triplett, take your monkey ass somewhere and get back in your motherfucking cage with that dumb shit you saying on my live. We on here trying to have a great conversation. You want to come in and monkey around. Troll day is on Tuesday. Come in my live on Tuesday. You can come in here and be a monkey all day long. Jen said he told me he was black and Mexican. Another lie. Jen, why are you so funky? So funny. I'm sorry. That was something funky you said too. That was funky and funny. Hey, hold up. Listen, y'all, listen, hold up. Hey, listen, the dude told Jen, what's his name? The Faulkner dude told Jen, Scorpio, they got me in there laughing. The Faulkner dude told Jen that he was black and Mexican. Nita say, no, they're boring and good women like myself like bad boys. It all depends. I never like a preacher man. Jen, you've given your life to God. So preacher men come in disguise as being the right person. Whenever we've given our life to Christ, we look at men and women that are Christians and we feel like they're the right ones for her. Brother Chill William Johnson say, bad sandwich left in the refrigerator. Yeah, Rudy Solomon. Hey, Brother Chill William, that was the name of the person, Rudy Solomon. If that don't sound like a bad sandwich left in the refrigerator, I don't know what. Gen X said, hey, Brother Chill, we coming to Cali. Now, Gen X, she's a certified diver. So we're going to go diving. We're going to take the 1 hour class. Brother Chill, hopefully you can go with us. We're going to take the 1 hour class and we're going to go diving. Jen's going to take us. We're going to go to Catalina Island and dive. Now, we're not going to go 90 feet. We're only going to go about 10 feet. I already told her I don't want to go no 90 feet. Jen said anybody can have passion if they have any French blood in them. Hey, that Jen ain't no joke, y'all. Jen, I got to bring you up on a live one of these days. You are hilarious. She said, no, not the human trafficking guy in New Jersey. Oh, not him. Okay. The black French Mexican in Santa Barbara. Okay. So he told you he was black and French. He told you he was Mexican and black. Or he said he was black, French, and Mexican. The Big Dice Chronicle said the most official gangsters have changed their life, and now live for God. Trust me, not just talking. I love this life, but I love God, the Big Dice Chronicle said. Gen X said, laughing out loud. Hey, listen, I would say this. I got some of the funniest subscribers, man. Auntie Mickey said the world puts expectations on women and preachers. Don't fall for the okie doke. Nita, and I'm not going to say you can convert a bad boy into a good guy. But I'm going to say this, Nita. Don't sleep on the bad boys, because bad boys, when they change their life, they change their life. But some of these preachers, they bad boys in disguise. Jen said, yes, I sure am. Grampy was pretty proud. Yeah, Jen, you something else. CC Funk said, can't fall for faking types. Not at all, Nita. Yeah, Auntie Mickey's hilarious, Scorpio. Chef AM says, top of the day. What's up, Chef AM? Moth, the French thing came out yesterday because the police arrested him for walking, right? And he told the police he was French and black, like he's acting like he wasn't from here, Jen. What'd he say? Bonjour. Me don't understand bonjour. Au revoir. Au revoir. The police say, what? Au revoir. Bonjour. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué policia? ¿Por qué policia? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué policia? Why? Why? I'm not from here. Why? Is that what he said? Hey, Jen, is that what he said? Jen said, my Patty instructor, one of them was on the search and rescue team for Lacey. Wow, damn. So you were on a great team. Chef AM 402 said, I'll see you in September, bro. You coming here to Vegas? Chef, hey, Jen, if you ever come to Vegas, make sure you hit us up. Oh, he speaks different language. So did he switch up? Jen, when the police came, did he switch the game up? Did he switch up? Y'all know I got to have my tea. Hey, listen, look what Lisa said. Lisa said he didn't know. Jen said he didn't say nothing. They had him on a 12-hour hold. Damn. Lisa said, that's interesting, Jen. So Lisa's finding you very interesting, Jen. You know, Lisa pays attention to everybody on here. Lisa, she's analytical. That's what I like about Lisa. She's like, that's interesting. Chef AM said, yes, sir, I'm coming for the fight. Crawford, okay, yeah, my cousin will be here too. A lot of people going to be in town. Jen said, so I did have the best teacher. Jen said, I love Vegas. Jen, you official gangster, like the Big Dice Chronicle said. Hey, listen, Brother Chill, the name of Jen's book. Hey, Jen, post the name of your book again. In the meantime, we're going to talk about Malcolm again. She said, I wasn't outside. I was sleeping at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. When? Oh, when you was in Vegas? Most people will be out. Listen, the Malcolm-Jamal Warner story is continuously presenting weird shit. Now, I will tell you guys one thing I thought was weird. I thought it was weird that his wife, there was no, you couldn't find pictures of them. A lot of pictures, like most family, especially entertainers and celebrities. When they pass away, there are going to be a lot of pictures that pop up of them together in the wedding and spending time together. Jen said, I had a friend whose mother was a Lisa. Hello, Lisa. What? Hey, Jen, what you talking about, Jen? Here's my thing. I didn't see pictures. Chef AM said, maybe I can meet a wife. There's a lot of women in Vegas. There's a lot of beautiful women around Vegas. You definitely could meet a wife here. But when you meet her, tell her you ain't got nothing. That way you know if she really rocking with you for you. T-Rex said, hoping for a great fight. A lot of fights, one-sided as of late, yes. Crawford and his team of people, I know. Chef Banner, if you're still on here, remember that thing you made for Crawford? That hat? Chef Banner made a hat for Crawford, and we were going to take it to him because I was invited to hang out with them. She made a hat for him. We still didn't give it to him. 10X said, in Vegas, they call me the Black Marilyn. They call you the Black Marilyn Monroe? Nita said, I heard that Vegas is breathtaking. That's one of my bucket lists. Yeah, you'll love Vegas. Just got to get used to the heat, Nita. I'm not even going to lie to you. Pittsburgh said, I love Vegas. Gen X said, no, when the Black Mexican French man was arrested, I was sleeping. Oh, he was arrested in Vegas? Or was it Cali? Chef AM, let me know when you get to Vegas, when you make it here. I'll stop by and holler at you. Say hello. CC Funk One said, years ago, my friends, Boss Tony and Lisa Cartwright moved to Vegas. Okay. They still live here, CC Funk One? Cartwright, that name sounds familiar. Are they musicians? Jen said, I was just saying hello to your... Oh, okay, gotcha, Jen. I don't believe that Malcolm-Jamal Warner... Okay, let me say this. Hold on. I want to be politically correct because I don't want to put something out there that could damage people's thoughts or my thought of what I think. Fremont is crazy. If you come to Vegas, I always tell people Fremont is a place you want to hang out because you see some of the weirdest people and some of the weirdest shit happen. And some of the funniest shit. Chef AM 402 said Vegas is the deal. And yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you let me know. Because I go live every day. So just be like, Stone, I'll be there tomorrow. And then you can always email me with your information or hit me up on Instagram. That way we can exchange numbers. And I got you, brother. I don't think Malcolm, okay. I don't think he was murdered. That's my thought. But I think there was some weird foul play to try to maybe cover up what happened for whatever weird reason. Because you got to think these countries don't want to be known as a place where he passed away. Then other celebrities don't want to go. So, of course, people are going to try to cover things up. Jen said, arrested in California. Nobody gets arrested in Vegas. That's bar. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, they get arrested in Vegas. I see it all the time. Oh, yeah, they do. Dolores said, when I Googled the picture of Malcolm-Jamal Warner's wife, her picture came out. But then they showed two different ladies, right? That's all I'm saying. Like this whole mystery of the wife thing has been very questionable. And I'm trying not to, like his family that I know, I'm trying not to ask questions. I'm trying not to be rude and message and ask questions to people in his family that I know. I'm trying not to be like, I think that's rude if I ask questions. Am I wrong, you guys? Is that wrong for me to think that way? I think it's rude if I ask questions. If I'm asking the family personal questions when he passed away, I don't want to be that guy. So I try to be respectful because believe me, I have a million questions. I don't think nobody killed him. I'm just being honest. But I do believe something transpired there that's just not making any sense. Especially being that the stories were all mixed up. Something ain't making sense. Now, because the stories were mixed up, could make it look more like a conspiracy, which leads people on YouTube to make up whatever narrative. Hey, you guys, I'm going to have to take my mic out and put, because my battery's about to die. I don't want it to die in the middle of doing this. So you're not going to hear me. You're going to hear me on that mic. So give me 1 second. Y'all see what I done on this? I done knocked my camera down. All right. Y'all can hear me, right? Can you guys hear me good? I don't want this phone to die in the middle. So you can hear me from this mic, right? Because I'm not going to be on this mic anymore. Give me a yay or nay. Gen X said, I can't even pronounce his French name, but it makes me want a Cabernet. Cabernet. Say you can't say his name, huh? Okay, we back. Because I don't want this phone. I don't want this phone dying. So we back. Okay, here's my thoughts. I don't think that he was murdered. And if you're asking me why I have this in the picture, is because this crystal, when you're around phones and computers, this helps against radiation from the computers and the phones. So that's why this crystal is sitting next to me. So now you know. You're funny. Jen is hilarious. You just remind me of like one of Teddy's backup dancers. Teddy who? Are you talking about Teddy Riley? Jen said I remind her of one of Teddy's backup. Teddy who? I'm a singer, I'm a vocalist, Jen. Cabernet. Jen, you're funny as shit too. Jen, if you got Spotify, go put my name in, Stone Paxton. Add me to your playlist. Okay? Add my song to your playlist. Hey, Big Dice Chronicles, is she not funny, bro? She's way too funny. Jen is way too funny. Okay, Teddy Riley is a good friend of mine, Jen. But I'm a producer, writer, arranger, artist. Check out my records. I've been in the business a long time, Jen. Auntie Mickey said they're probably covering up to prevent bad. They are, Auntie Mickey. That's a fact. I am drinking. I'm trying to remember the name of the tea. I'm drinking tea, but I'm trying to remember the name. I'm trying to remember the name that I'm drinking. Pittsburgh. I can't remember the name. I just went blank. The Big Dice Chronicle said, okay, Gen X said, I will look into downloading Spotify again. Please do. I mean, do you have Apple on your phone, Jen? The Big Dice Chronicle said, Stone got his own style. I have to admit that, but that's a good thing. So many people today just try to copy other people's style. The Big Dice Chronicles, they do. And that's why you can't be successful. I mean, it's okay to be inspired. Boss Lady say the truth will eventually come out. It will. It'll definitely come out. It's good to be inspired by other artists, but you got to have your own thing sooner or later. R. Kelly was inspired by a guy, but he came into his own. He became his own artist. He understood he had to kick into gear and be himself. Jen say, so are you where you are not, huh? She said, so are you where you or not? I'm sorry, Jen, I don't get that. The first one. And she said, Jen, hey, Jen is way too funny. Jen say your hair is familiar. My hairstyle is based on a 50s and 60s hairstyle called a pompadour. I just don't have a perm. It's my natural hair. I didn't go do the perm. You know what I mean? I just rock my natural hair with the same hairstyle. That Jen is hilarious. She say rum runner. Listen, I think I had one other person like Jen here one time, and she had me rolling. T-Rex said Las Vegas PD, man, they're arrested at least 3 Raiders players and tons of other NFL and NBA players out there. They will get you out. Yeah, they will. Gen X said, an Apple, no, I eat them. I have a G Play phone, but I'm supposed to exist. So, okay, then go to Google Play and just type in Stone Paxton, Jen. You got an Android phone, just go to put in, Stone Paxton on Google Play. Apple, I eat them. Too funny. Valerie said, yes. Cambodian Mystique said Stone has his own style. Auntie Mickey said Las Vegas police are scary as fuck. Hey, Auntie Mickey, when you were out here, they give you a stare. This is what they do. When you're on the strip, they like this. They don't smile. They don't say, how you doing? Like they really should. They just like this. They want you to say something crazy to them. Gen X say, where you are or weren't you a backup dancer? No, I never, okay, let me correct you, because I think I said it before, Jen. I'm a former member of the Rick James Stone City Band. I was never a backup dancer for Teddy Riley. Let me correct you again. I was never a backup dancer for Teddy Riley. He's a friend of mine. Now, I can dance. I'm an artist, writer, arranger, producer, former member of the Rick James Stone City Band, produced, written, and worked with all kinds of people from the past to present, but never a dancer for Teddy. Never a backup dancer for Teddy. Never. No, ma'am. Jen, funny. She said Elvis had a pompadour. I know. No, not just Elvis. All your black artists from the 50s have pompadours. B.B. King, The Temptations. We can keep going. And Elvis did have a pompadour. Yes, he did. And Auntie Mickey said, yes, they do. Pittsburgh said, I'm drinking hibiscus. Yes, I love my hibiscus tea too, Pittsburgh. Gen X says, I've seen you in a video with the boss. With what boss? With Teddy? Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure you have, for sure. You probably seen me on, do you watch Unsung, Jen? The Unsung show on TV1? Boss lady say, we hear you. Okay, boss lady, you hear me good? Y'all can hear the music too? Can y'all hear the music in the background? Y'all hear the music okay? Auntie Mickey said, I've seen them in action. Back on the Malcolm thing. Is this Malcolm-Jamal Warner passing? Jen said that was way back. Yeah. No, the TV one, they still show now. It's a network called TV1. I was in some episodes with a legendary R&B group called Troop. I was in their Unsung. It was an Unsung of the R&B group Troop. I was in that as well. As well as a MTV show you might have seen me in recently. So there's no telling really. But the unlifing, or shall I say, the passing of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. I don't think nobody murdered him. Personally, I don't think nobody murdered him, but that's Stone Paxton's opinion, and I'm not going to get on here and say something because I want the numbers. I'm going to say something because I feel like the truth is, I think that might have been close to a freak accident. Now, what makes it seem very suspicious is you look up his wife's picture and a different woman comes up. Things like that are going to make it look conspiracy. Yes, he was, but I don't think he unalived himself, Jen. He was always speaking positive, even when I was around him. T-Rex say Troop was the shit, underrated. Yes, they are. T-Rex. I'll have Al on here doing an interview on Alan McNeil. Matter of fact, that's Al on my song. Right. So T-Rex, on this song, on the second verse, that's Alan McNeil from Troop with me. Right here. That's Alan McNeil from Troop, T-Rex. So he's on my single. Him and I have a group together called New Soul. And we also drop records as Troop Reloaded. We've been doing that since the Unsung episode, when they kicked him out of the group. So it's a long story. Thank you, Scorpio Lights. Thank you, because I know you, Scorpio. Hopefully, I'm in all of your playlists when you're cleaning up around the house. All that. I know you enjoy my music, and I know I'm in at least one of your playlists. Sharon said, "Good afternoon, everyone. I am busy, so I can just listen today. Having a good time." Thank you, Sharon. Dolores said he was getting ready for his podcast. Yes, he was. Yeah, T-Rex. It's this song that's playing in the background. Divine said, "I've been multitasking. I'm going to run now, Stone. I'll see you." Okay. I'll be on later in the studio tonight, too. And, of course, again tomorrow. So, this is my personal thoughts. There's 76% of people think that he was unalived, that somebody might have murdered him. And I'm looking at my poll. So I suggest anybody in here go to the poll that I created at the bottom. Give me your thoughts on the poll. That's a surprising 76%. Let me look at this again. 24% said no. 76% said he was unalive. I'm just telling you what the poll says. So a majority of you guys feel like he was unalive. And you know why you feel that way? Because you're trying to make sense as to why the times are mixed up. In between that, the information you're getting offline with content creators that have created the narrative, and now the narrative is created. So you kind of got to follow stories that have been thrown in your face. Even if you don't believe it. Even if you don't believe it, you're faced to follow that narrative because you're hearing people on social media say it all the time. All I can say to you is this. I can give you my opinion. And my opinion personally is, I don't think so. Now, when the whole thing comes out, eventually you'll see things unfold. Scorpio say always, even my rugrats, tell your little ones I said Uncle Stone said thank you. I appreciate them. Because you know my music is, you can put it on for the little kids. Let me tell you what songs Scorpion little kids love. All of them. When you play Happy People, listen, all my friends' kids, as soon as they play Happy People, hold on. Jen said I planned for this moment too. I got cans and tomatoes and plenty of things. I chop into a gourmet garden salad, and I might even walk and smoke a fish. You got the right idea. That's living life right there, Jim. Scorpio. So when kids put on Happy People, when my friends put that song on, the kids are jumping around it. They love Happy People. They absolutely love the song Happy People. It just gets kids going crazy. I got videos of all my friends' kids. Every time they play that song, the kids don't even know me. So they just, for the ones that don't know me, they jumping around. And the ones that do know, they're Uncle Stone video. So tell your young ones, I said, thank you for listening to Uncle Stone's music. I appreciate that. Jen said salmon with mom's favorite roast. Some potatoes done. Bite me, Mr. President. Well, bite me, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, Gen X has spoken. Jen, are you sure that we're safe with diving with you? because your sarcasm is so funny. You might pull the plug on one of our oxygen machines and go, I'm just joking. No, I'm messing with you. But you are funny as shit. I do think that this story with Malcolm-Jamal Warner is going to continuously unfold, not so much new evidence, because my thing is, whatever evidence you have is what you have. And in a country like that, if there was going to be more evidence come up, it would have come up. You're dealing with a celebrity. There's people that will pay for the right information. In a country like that, it's easy to get the right information. You didn't got to toss a lot of money. That's why, to me, something's not making sense. Jen said, I got new Daisy Duke shorts with embroidered red roses on them. Oh, shucks. They in trouble, Jen. They in trouble, Jen. The beach is in trouble. Y'all look out for Jen with them Daisy Dukes and that red heart on the back, red roses on the back of. I don't think that Malcolm, some people are saying he was depressed. If you heard him speak, he was speaking very positive stuff. Tawana, what's happening? He was speaking very positive in different videos now. Pittsburgh, okay, family. Now, granted, some of the stuff he spoke was coded. Like some things he said seemed coded to me. You know, it was. CC Funk said, I saw Troop with Tony, and Alexander O'Neal in 1988 at an outdoor show, Matt Raphael. Those were the days right there. T-Rex said, was he in Mexico? No, he wasn't in Mexico. Think about this. He was in the Caribbean. In countries like that, you can pay for the right information if you don't have it. Y'all don't think that the family could have paid to get information? Y'all don't think other celebrities want to know too? You guys don't think other celebrities have went to the country to try to get to the bottom of it? Jen say they're so short you can see my empty pocket. What the hell? That Jen is funny. Sadiq is good. Yes, he is. Jen, you're funny. Hey, Scorpio, is Jen not funny? She's so hilarious. Listen, she is a certified diver. So what we're going to do, Scorpio, we're going to go to California, me and my people. I'm going to try to get 3 of my people, and we're going to take the 1-hour diving class to get me acclimated again. Of course, them, the ones that don't know. And then we're going to go diving with her. She's going to take us to Catalina Island. We're going to go diving. We're going to take a boat out there and go diving. She's going to be with us because she knows her stuff. More to Life said videos keep disappearing. I'm not saving them. He said he had some trouble with someone. Somebody said, you're saying, so More to Life is saying videos keep disappearing. She said, I'm not saving them. He said he had some trouble with someone. What video did he say he had trouble with somebody? I've never seen a video of him saying that. T-Rex said, one of our great Black American icons, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. T-Rex, More to Life said, videos keep disappearing. I'm not saving them. He said he had some trouble with someone. I didn't see any videos of him saying it. Gen X said, funny like a fireman. That damn Jen. More to Life said, I've been too busy to. Oh, say which videos, More to Life? About Malcolm? I'm sorry. He said he had trouble. I haven't seen any videos of him saying it. And then I know his family, so it's certain questions that I've asked and there's certain questions I stay away from. I'm not just gonna be asking them because I think that's rude and disrespectful. But I would love to, but I just don't. You know, people are still mourning. It's just certain questions you probably will never ask a family of a mourning person or celebrity. It's just you leave it alone. And some people count on the internet and information to come up to find out the truth. More to Life said it was on last week. I was tired when I got some rest. I woke up and it was deleted. Interesting. So More to Life is saying that they saw a video of Malcolm saying that he had a problem with somebody, and then all of a sudden it was deleted. Gen X said, water will be like 71 degrees in Catalina, and they have the biggest chocolate-covered dipped strawberries I've ever seen at the Pink Mansion Hotel. Oh, we got to have some fun, y'all. We have a specialist diver who is, her comedic timing is on point, and she a gangster. Who could ask for more to be our guide, you guys? I'm just saying. Gen X Fly is on it. I don't think Malcolm killed himself, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't. That's just my thoughts. I don't think Malcolm-Jamal Warner killed himself. I'm leaving it. Unalived himself. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't think he unalived himself. And I'm leaving it at that. Is it weird? I'll say yes, it is. Is it strange? I'll say yes, it is. But I don't think that he unalived himself, and I'm sticking with that. And that's my opinion. I can't make anybody else change their thoughts and their opinion. 76% of most of the people on here, obviously, they're not in agreement with me. They believe that something happened. And I respect that. We're entitled to have our thoughts. Scorpio, yeah, we plan to. And now everybody's nervous about me going. But I'm going to go. And Scorpio, listen, we're happy to have you back. I don't know where you've been, but I'm sure you're a hardworking woman and you don't get a lot of time to be online as much. But I appreciate seeing you back. Everybody was wondering where you were. I was like, I don't know. I don't know where Scorpio is, but it'd be good to see you. It's just good to see you back in the room because you're one of my regulars. TLH for life said no. You don't believe that he unalived himself, TLH? Good to see you too. Bridget say me either. T-Rex said, nah, someone knows something, but it's too late now. I agree with that. Gen X said you really need to bring your own golf cart, though, and they don't allow those on the ferry. So buy a bike in San Pedro to the thrift store and Uber a van and pay. I have a bike along with it. Now, yeah, that won't be a problem. I'm sure we can rent bikes there. I've seen them rent bikes, Jen. Nita said, yeah, no problem, Jen. Nita said, Stone, wishing you guys have a wonderful... Okay, Nita, be safe. Stay away from the preachers, Nita. Stay away from the preachers. TLH for Life said no. Oh, Seaway said no. He don't think Malcolm killed himself, and I'm with it. There's no way Malcolm... come on, man. Malcolm had everything to live for, although he was speaking in coded words. Although he was speaking in Seaway, he was speaking in coded words. But that was Malcolm. You just know how, you got to know how to read the code. You got to understand the code. More than Life said, I pray his family are safe, especially the baby girl and his mom. It's very sad. Gen X said maybe he was on pills and just went to sleep. The temperature of water can reduce sleep. So can neurological. Yeah. I know that he had some sort of issues. I can't remember what it was. And it could have affected that by being in the cold water. I can't remember what it was. You can rent bikes and golf carts, but they go quick. Yeah, what I do, Jen, as I'm getting closer to it, I'll try to make sure I rent it like a week out. That way it's ahead of time, Jen. CC Funk said, I agree with Stone about Malcolm. Nita said, okay, I definitely will stay away from... Yeah, stay away from him, Nita. God is going to send the right man. Trust me. Scorpio, listen. All I'm saying is she wants to go 90 feet down. I told Jen, we ain't going no 90 feet down and out there in Cali. We'll go 10 feet down. That's it. He has sleep apnea, Janet said. That too is something else too. Shazamay say too many inconsistencies. That's kind of where I'm at, Shazamay. Like I just, the story's got to make sense to me. Hit those hearts, y'all. Hit the hearts, and when you come in the room, please hit the likes. Thank you, please. Here's my thing. Let the stories be consistent. I don't believe anybody unalived him, but I do believe. Somebody said they didn't get the name of the other victim. What other victim? It's just him and his daughter. And they saved his daughter. Okay, I'll check the prices at the Pink Hotel at the top of the hill. I will, Jen. I'm gonna check that today, and I'm gonna map out like when the best time to come and all that stuff, and get with my team because I think the Big Dice Chronicles is gonna come out. I'm gonna see if I can get my police officer friend William, my brother William Johnson on there. My brother Chill. If I say the name wrong, the brother Chill don't be upset with me. I'm gonna see if I can get him to come out too, because he's in Cali. This is gonna be funny. What? Jen, stop it. Jen talking about it's like 30 feet off the beach, 10 feet is called. Shit. 30 feet, Jen? I don't know, man. We might have to snorkel then. I don't know. Let me think about. We'll figure it out before we. I do want to go deep though. I don't know. I think we might have to stick with the 30 feet. I think we just roll with that. Felicia Brown, what's happening? Felicia, so Gen X is going to be our tour guide as we're diving. She's a certified diver. I'm gonna take about 3 or 4 people with me. One of my police officer friends out there. I'm gonna try to get him to go, Brother Chill. And we're gonna go to Catalina Island. Jen's gonna be our guide. She's a specialist diver. Cambodian Mystique, Chef Vanna, Auntie Mickey, they're gonna come to just watch. And I think Dolores, somebody else said they're just gonna watch from the sidelines as we dive down 30 feet. We're gonna, explore, and we're gonna come back up. And we're gonna enjoy the rest of the day just having fun. Gen X said, did you know that Mr. Wrigley developed that island? And said, yeah, I saw the whole story. I watched the whole story. It was crazy. I was amazed. Mortal Life said, other man, Nicaraguan, was in a, but I don't think, no, it was him and his daughter. I don't think there was another person out there. They stayed at the same time with Malcolm. They're saying these are different stories from different times. That day, it was just him and his daughter. I don't know if there was another person that drowned at the same time. They said there's a lot of people that drowned at that location. But that day, they saved his daughter. When they went back, he was gone. And these are random people. This wasn't even a lifeguard. Gen X said they can hang out in the old scientist ballroom and listen to live music. Is that where you met that one guy, the Faulkner? Hey, Jen, is that where you met Faulkner, Jen? More to life. I will say this. And I will continue to say, and I'll stick with this story. And as it unfolds, you'll see what I'm saying. To me, he was not unalive, but the story is not quite making any sense with certain aspects. Now, maybe, like I said, they're trying to keep it covered up because, the country don't want tourism to be thrown off. I don't know. Like Janet said, too many different stories. Gen X said they say it's haunted. Actually, the whole island is those poor buffaloes. Yeah, man. See, I like situations. I want to stay in a haunted place. So this is going to be perfect for everybody that goes with us. Gen X said, no, he was an online predator. Wow, crazy. All right, you guys, listen. That is my time. I'm going to go on later in the studio. So catch me later live in the recording studio as I create music from scratch. Show you my process. I'm probably going to create some stuff. So I'll see you later tonight live, all right? Catch you later. Peace and love. Stone Paxton Music and Life. Stone Paxton, the MPC connoisseur. Listen, I love you guys, man. Scorpio, it's so good to have you back. Tell my nieces and nephews I'm sending my blessings, and thank you guys, everyone on it, for supporting me. Peace and love, and I'm out.